Hello everyone, and this is my first video in the next semester class, which have two topics. The one is safety and the number two is disaster prevention. And let's get started. About safety, we have got several articles. The number one is good housekeeping practices essential for office spaces. And we got some tips like do not keep any food at work that is not in a sealed container. And do not leave any employee shared snacks out overnight. And also, you need to wipe down the microwave after using. Always place a paper towel, paper plate, or other cover on the top of any food cooking in a microwave to prevent splatter. And last, do not throw drink cups into the office trash if they still have liquid in them. And the next one, I'll talk about the videos. We also got three videos, right? And the number two video, safety starts with everyone. And I would like to talk about the supervisor's distraction by a phone call further exacerbates the situation, leaving tasks unfinished. Meanwhile, John, which is the man in the video, unaware of these unfolding events, prepares for work, unaware of the impending chaos. The interconnectedness of these events highlights the unpredictability of coincidence. Unpredictability of coincidence. Each action, however small, can trigger a cascade of consequences, leading to various outcomes. Had the sick worker stayed home, the repairman secured his toolbox, or the supervisor ignored the call to focus on cleaning up, the chain of events might have been entirely different. Yeah, this is talk about the safety in work, right? Okay, and I'll talk about number two topic, disaster prevention. In the number one article, what is disaster management? Understanding emergencies from prevention to mitigation. And first, we need to defining disaster management. Disasters take many shapes. Human-made disasters result from human errors and include industrial explosions or structural failures. Natural disasters result from physical phenomena and include earthquakes and droughts. Disasters classified as complex can include epidemics or armed conflicts. Okay, in what in whatever form, disasters disrupt communities and can take a serious toll on people, property, economies, and the environment. They often stretch a community's capacity to cope. And the number two article, disaster prevention, which is just the article name. And they got several topics like to prevent disaster, economic measures. Local economies should be structured to minimize disaster vulnerability and incentivize safety. For example, a diversified economy that is less dependent on agriculture will be more resilient against flooding, right? And the next, social measures. It is important that community members are taught the best practices so staying safe during a disaster. If the community does not know what to do in the face of a natural disaster, there is a risk of widespread panic that derails response efforts and creates unsafe conditions such as overcrowding. And this is very important. And I will talk about the video. This Japan, a world leader in disaster prevention. Yeah. Now we know that Japan have a lot of huge earthquake, like 311, this kind of things. Okay. And over 4 years, Japan plans to invest 3.8 billion euro in training 40,000 people and enhancing international cooperation in disaster risk reduction. The target set in Sendai includes reducing deaths by 100,000 over a decade and minimizing economic losses associated with natural catastrophes. Yeah, which means big disaster, which currently amounts to approximately 300 billion USD annually. And these can see that Japan, this country, take many costs into disaster prevention. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, we all know that it's kind of mentioned to the earth science knowledge. So it is easy. This country is easy to have the very huge earthquake. So it's the right reason why they put so many efforts on this issue, which is disaster prevention. And this is my all video about this first assignments. And thank you for listening.